No! What's up, guys? Chandler here with Rise Magic. Today, we've got a really exciting video for you, but first, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours from everyone here at Rise Magic. That would be myself and Grant. So from both of us, just the two of us. Happy Thanksgiving. Today, we're gonna go over something that might actually help you in real life, which is pretty rare for a magic trick, if I'm being honest. I don't know about you guys, but lots of my favorite things that come from magic tricks is the gentle psychological manipulation that you learn how to do by being a magician. And this is definitely one of those. I'm sure everyone who's watched this video has played rock, paper, scissors at least once in your life. This game is used all over America, at least, to decide some of those crucial decisions out there. Who gets the ball first in a pickup basketball game? Who has to go kill the guy and hide the body? Really just simple stuff like that. It's really useful to help decide. So, wouldn't it be useful and helpful if you had the upper hand? Get it? The game involves your hands, so if you had the upper hand, that would be sick. Now, if you don't think there's any way you can manipulate rock, paper, scissors, you're wrong. Just listen to this one statistic. People who are blindfolded are more likely to win rock, paper, scissors. The game is that mentally taxing. People overthink it, people underthink it, people play it subconsciously. We want to dive right in there and manipulate that. Rig it in our favor. But before we get into any magic tricks that involve rock, paper, scissors, any manipulation, let's break down the science so we understand how to win.
If we actually break down the statistics of how rock, paper, scissors typically goes in a double-blind test among hundreds of thousands of people, actually I have no idea. I just have the statistics. So, we have rock being thrown at 35.4% of the time, paper being thrown 30% of the time, and scissors being thrown 34.6% of the time. That's among all genders, but we'll break it down further. If you're going against a male opponent, someone like me or Chandler who just exude that masculine energy, if you were going against a male opponent, they're going to be more likely to throw rock. Inexperienced males statistically will throw rock more times than not, so throwing paper will secure you the dub, get you that victory royale in the rock, paper, scissors competition. Now, by throwing paper on your first move against them, you're likely to win with rock being the most often thrown at 35.4%, like we talked about earlier. Now, if you're playing against a female opponent, these women, these strong, empowered, independent women who live in our world, they're going to most likely tend to lead with scissors. I don't know why. If you're going up against an empowered queen, toss out rock, and you will get the dub more often than not.
This section is all about if your game goes to a series. So, we've all played rock, paper, scissors, right? Everyone's like, best 2 out of 3, best 3 out of 5. Once it goes into a series, that's when the science and manipulation and gamesmanship really comes into play. This is where I was saying before, people win more when they're blindfolded because they become more predictable when they win or lose a game of rock, paper, scissors. For example, if someone loses, they tend to lose in a cycle, and you can predict their next move if they're not thinking that hard. So, if they lead with rock, and let's say you had paper and you beat them, they're gonna switch in the cycle of the game. So rock, paper, scissors, if they lose with rock, they're most likely gonna switch to paper. And if they lose with paper, they're most likely gonna do scissors next. So let's say you're playing and they lead with scissors, they lose to your rock, they're most likely gonna switch rock, paper, scissors, you're gonna go back to rock. If they do paper, rock, paper, and they lose with paper, they're gonna go right to scissors. They lose in a cycle. That's the most common way people play the game. Therefore, simply enough, if you lose the first round, you're just gonna want to switch to the thing that would have beat them if you had played it that round. So if they beat you with rock, that means you had scissors, next round you should do paper. That's just statistically what is most likely. Right now, we're just talking about the science, okay? So that's statistically the most likely outcome. Numbers never lie. You want to switch to what would have beat them in that previous round. All wrapped up in a shell nut, people lose in a cycle. So if you beat them when they have paper, next round they're gonna go scissors, so you go rock. Got it? Lock it in? There you go. I just made your life that much better. And hey, if you are like, guys, you are spewing some BS right now, you wanna see all the stats, the graphics, you're a nerd like that, like I am, and wanna see all the information, I'll actually link the research paper down below. It's 21 pages long, and all these Chinese universities that like are big physics places and stuff like that, and psychological universities, all the people who are actually intelligent, unlike myself, they put all that research paper in, and it's actually a really interesting read. Anyway, let's get into how you can manipulate this game past the statistics.
If you are observant enough when you're playing rock, paper, scissors, shoot, you can actually go and pick up a lot of what the opponent is psychologically telling you just by their body language. You're playing rock, paper, scissors with me behind the camera right now, and I'm about to go throw. People who have a tucked thumb, or the thumb like strongly beside their hands like this, are oftentimes going to throw rock, just because that's the path of least resistance from how their hand currently is. They'll have that tell. Now, if they're gonna be doing the same thing with a loose hand, and that thumb is a little bit more loose, not anywhere in particular, they might be going and throwing paper. If those first two fingers are more loose, have kind of like this middle knuckle over the ring knuckle, they might be about to go and throw scissors. This is not something that I would suggest you do right away after watching this video. More so, pay attention to the other tips that we've given you and use those, but be very observant and watch very closely what the other person is doing with their hands, so you can start to pick it up and use it in the future as you continue to play rock, paper, scissors, shoot to try to get what you want.
Now this last one actually comes with a pretty funny story. You see, back in February, before coronavirus really hit the United States hard, Grant and I were in New York City at this Card Magic Bicycle Cardamundi merger meetup in New York City. It was in a bar, it was a really fun night, everyone was packed, not social distancing, like I said, pre-COVID, and we were hanging out with Chris Ramsey, the Orbit crew, Dan and Dave, all those guys. But Chris Ramsey got a pretty good one over on me, I'll be honest, okay? And I wasn't gonna teach this until I was looking up ways to win rock, paper, scissors, and I saw it was on WikiHow, and I was like, oh, I thought it was like some big secret. But apparently it's not, so let's go over it right now. I'll tell you guys what happened, okay? Make sure you get my hands in here. Chris was like, hey Chandler, do you wanna play rock, paper, scissors? And I was like, sure dude, of course. So we go, all right, rock, paper, scissors. He leads with rock and absolutely destroys my scissors. Later on he tells me that because, if you rewind this video, you'll see I just did it to you. When he was asking me if I want to play rock, paper, scissors, he held scissors out. He's like, hey, do you want to play rock, paper, scissors? And I did scissors. Now, this is not a foolproof method. It's just a way to gently, psychologically manipulate someone. So I guess when you have someone who doesn't think that much, like myself, not really a big thinker, that when Chris, showed scissors, that my brain was just like, okay, we'll play scissors. And I took the L. So that's a very interesting way to do it. I still feel like Chris mind freaked me though. It was definitely a humbling moment. Now, we did save the best tip for last, okay? Because many of you guys saw the title and like, this doesn't teach you how to win rock, paper, scissors every time. This just teaches you how to win most of the time. Well, first off, guys, I hate to break it to you, but that is kind of true. You can't win every time. Statistically, that's impossible. You're gonna have someone who bucks the trend. This is just to make it so that you have a better chance of winning over time, which is the best way to do things. But I do have a method that is absolutely foolproof when it comes to being the victor of a situation of rock, paper, scissors, and I'll explain what I mean here. You can't win the game, you just gotta win. So, break it down right here, okay, watch. Rock, paper, scissors. You lead with rock every time. The person beats your rock, all you have to do is put your left foot forward a little bit, get in stance, be like, oh man, I lost, with your left hand. Use it to cover your left face and boom, you're gonna right hook immediately to your opponent's jaw right here. If you're left-handed, you could also do a left hook. So you right hook, bam, right to their jaw. If you hit it right in the off switch, so it's like, boom, right? Boom. I don't want to get this video demonetized, so I'm not going to show my full punching power, right? Just boom, right? Extend, boom, knock the elbow out. Pro tip, right? If you really want to make sure you get the knockout, what you can do is you can punch with a more straight arm, and then with your left foot forward, you do one step and lean forward. Hit the elbow right in the face. Try and fracture their skull. If any parents watching this, I am being extremely sarcastic. We do not preach violence on this channel. It's a joke. Don't hurt people. You'll go to jail. Look at that first punch! Bam! Demonetized. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Put your fate in your own hands.
All right, guys, that's the video for today. Like I just said, happy Thanksgiving. But We just hit 300,000 subscribers. Fun fact, we went from 100,000 to 300,000 faster than we went from 0 to 100,000. Like 3 times as fast. So the snowball effect is pretty real here.
Insane.
Say we always talk about doing big giveaways and stuff like that, but we have our biggest giveaway planned yet. In a couple weeks, give or take, we're gonna do a huge giveaway on our first stream and give away like 10 or more decks of cards.
Yeah. Now, as you guys know, anytime that we've hit a milestone like this, we always do a giveaway. And this time is no different. Well, it's a little bit different because this time we're gonna be doing one of the biggest giveaways we've done, but on our very first stream in a couple weeks. And on that stream, we have so much planned and we're gonna be giving away more than like just 10 or more decks. We haven't done an exact amount yet. Stay tuned, but it's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be big. We'll have the exact date of the stream being announced soon, as well as how many decks we're gonna give away. But little spoiler alert, we have an entire closet full of decks that are brand new that are not Rise playing cards. And the rule is once you have your own deck, you can't really use any other deck ever. So we got a lot of cards to give away. So could be 10, could be 20. Depends on how many of you guys show up. So we'll announce the date soon for our first live stream if you watched our past videos. But I would say, you know how YouTubers are always like, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. Well, in this case, you should ring the bell for the live stream when it happens.
You don't want to miss it. It's going to be exciting. I am so pumped. I just can't wait to see you guys there.
It's going to be a big thing, big live stream. And we said this in other videos, but if you guys didn't watch it, put it this way. The odds of winning a giveaway on one of our ASMR videos that gets millions of views is pretty low. But when you're in a live stream with like maybe just a few people, chance will be pretty high. So if you want a deck, this is your time. All you people who DM me on Instagram, ask for one. Show up to the live stream, all right? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. We're thankful for you guys.
I say it all the time. They're probably getting tired of it now. Yeah.
I know that didn't sound sincere, but it really is. We're thankful for you guys and what you've done for us in our lives. So from the bottom of our heart, thank you. We're thankful for you. And we can't wait to see you in the next video and the next stream so we can interact with you guys face to face with just a screen in between.
All right, after filming this video, we were like, we should have a rock, paper, scissors showdown with all this psychological stuff that we just taught in front of each other and see if it makes a difference. So best out of 7. Let's go for it.
Now we're gonna say, because we're both males, we're more likely to throw rock first.
So if I were to lead with rock, that would be pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well,
but
all the psychological manipulation is happening. Like I would not lead with rock. Are you kidding me? Who would lead with rock?
Yeah, and like
I'm not gonna lead with rock, Grant.
Yeah, and if I was a female, I'd be leading with scissors. So I definitely don't want to emasculate myself and lead with scissors. So
you're gonna lead with scissors?
No, I told you that's the one thing.
No. What I'm saying is like
that's the one
you're
thing
gonna do the double reverse psychology and do the reverse of that.
That's the one thing.
And I'm gonna watch your hand movement because I'm gonna be going like this, like you think I'm throwing rock, and then bam, paper right away.
I'm gonna go like this.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No! I knew you were gonna go scissors. All right, that's 1-0. 1-1. 2-1. 2-1.
All right, there's no way I'm gonna throw scissors again.
No, that doesn't count. 2-1.
There's no way I'm gonna throw scissors for a 4th time in a row.
Yeah. There's no way. Oh shoot. Ah! 3-1. Can't throw a 3-1 lead.
That's the.
Can't blow a 3-1 lead. Okay.
All right.
Okay. 3-1. Shoot. No!